Meet President Obama in Washington today to discuss the damaging effects of the poaching of ivory and rhino horn. Later, he will give a speech in which he's expected to brand the illegal wildlife trade as one of the most insidious forms of corruption in the world. Our royal correspondent, Nicholas Witchell, is in Washington. Nick. Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Tesco is to face another investigation, this time into the way it treats its suppliers. The newly created Groceries Code Adjudicator will look at allegations that the supermarket giant treated its suppliers unfairly. The inquiry has been launched in response to information submitted when the company overestimated its forecast profits by more than £260 million last autumn. Victoria Fritz reports. Greece's new finance minister, Yanis Varoufakis, has urged Germany not to humiliate the Greeks over their debts. He was speaking in Berlin, where he's been meeting his German counterpart as he tries to win support for Greece's plan to restructure its debt. The German finance minister said he recognised how tough the past few years have been for Greece and the progress they've made, but he said Greece must honour its commitments. Well, our correspondent Jenny Hill is in Berlin. Jenny. Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. The Syrian president, Bashar al-Assad, has defended his actions and those of his military during 4 years of civil war. In an interview with the BBC, President Assad denied that Syrian forces had used chemical weapons or barrel bombs to kill civilians, and he insisted he was doing his duty to protect his country from terrorists. Since the conflict began, 220,000 Syrians have been killed in fighting between President Assad's forces and different anti-government groups. The conflict has destroyed entire neighbourhoods, forcing 9 million people from their homes. UNICEF estimates there are over 6 million children in urgent need of help, while more than 3.5 million refugees have crossed borders into neighbouring countries. Capitalising on the chaos, Islamic State has taken control of huge swathes of Syria, making a base for itself in the northern city of Raqqa. And since September, a US-led coalition has launched airstrikes inside Iraq and Syria in an effort to degrade and ultimately destroy IS, according to President Obama. Well, our Middle East editor, Jeremy Bowen, is in Beirut. Jeremy. Now, it's a new app aimed at parents who are worried about what their children are doing online on their tablets and phones. It's being launched later this year and means you will be able to monitor everything they're up to. But is it an important and useful tool for parents, an invasion of privacy, or even worse? Angus Crawford reports.